Good morning, everyone, and welcome to Tales of the Sad Man. The Sad Man gets up late, as usual, but he's not late in the matter of he's actually late. No, mentally he is absolutely distraught. He is ready to go back to bed, even though he had just woke up due to a sensory overload while sleeping. Although his night terrors get to him and cause him to shake and stammer, nothing quite seems to relieve him of that. He takes pills, herbal teas, medicine, anything he can honestly get his hands on. But he keeps it together. He goes about his day, hops in the shower, gets ready for work, and off he goes. He does make sure to do great lengths to make sure that he smells great. Just not for himself, but so therefore there's no deterrent when it comes to meeting new people. As the Sad Man does not have much of anyone but himself. Even though this Sad Man is married and has an adoptive child, it doesn't seem like nothing supports him. Not his ideas, not his way of living, nothing. So, without anyone in his life, so to speak, no support, he is his own pillar of support. He goes through and deals with life. He comes back home after a long hot day of work, interacting with customers. Sadly, dinner is not done, and thus the man must figure out a way to eat. Hunting's out of the question as he lives in the city. A small city, but a city nonetheless. So he must scrounge his cupboards to find out what he has. Ah, yes. Garlic from the food bank. Garlic bread. So, he gets about a half a loaf, throws it in the microwave for approximately 45 seconds, heats it up, and then that is his dinner. The son looks over and says, that looks tasty. My bad, I should probably get into voice. Hey, that looks pretty tasty. The Sad Man scammers and holds on to his shit. And then he says, if you want some, why don't you just go get some? There's a whole another half a loaf. As the adoptive child says, okay, I'll look at doing that. And then thus the child goes back to playing his video games. Let alone it would only be about a half hour to an hour later until finally said child would grab the food that he so desired. Sad Man finished his garlic bread for dinner, got up, had a nice mug of water, can't even say a glass, because all the glasses that he wants to use are always taken. There's the glass he wants to have. He'll always have the top of the sink right next to where the dishwasher tablets are in. He wants to drink from that cup. He really does. But the thing is, the cup's no longer there. Because as he holds his glance towards that area It reminds him of the fact that people just in the house like to steal what is his to use as theirs. So thus he is left with a mug which no one touches, or so he hopes. Normal, everyday coffee mug. He doesn't drink coffee. He does like the occasional hot cocoa in the winter, but still a mug of water. As he finally sits back down, waiting for his system to be available to him, the child exclaims, "I'm going to head to bed now." The man finally, eagerly in his head, jumping up and down like a child, going, "Ooh, finally I can play a video game. Finally, play a game on my system. I don't have to go back there and play on my wife's system." Little did he know that the games that he tried to play earlier still would not be available. So he would naturally just give up and play some random game that he doesn't even enjoy that much. Survival games are nice, but what's the point of playing them if all you do is suffer the entire time trying to survive? So he hops on this survival game and boosts up some of the stats and everything else. Within minutes, he's gone from level 1 all the way up to level 15. Excited he is, as now he can resume where he left off on his previous games. Didn't have to take days to grind anymore. No. But mere minutes. After playing for an hour or two, the man finally goes and thinks, "I think it's time for bed." And so, without further ado, he shuts his eyes as he clamors to bed, squinting, looking through his glasses, wondering, why didn't I go to bed sooner? Why did I have to wait? Well, that's because in his mind he wanted some time to himself. Time away from the wife, time away from the son, time away from the roommate, just time to himself. Time in his own zone. And although it was short but brief, it was enjoyable and seemed to last quite a while before finally it clicked. Now, it's time for bed. He crawls up in bed, turns on the music, puts on the CPAP, and then quietly goes to sleep.